Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, Cappies? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Happy equinox and happy Aries season. Thanks so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. And let's find out what energies are coming up for you. Just remember, it's a general reading and it's not just for Capricorn Sun. It's for Capricorn Moon Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as well. So if I mention other signs, that's why. And I am going to, at the end of this video, tell you all about the extendeds, if you're interested in that. Also, how to get a private read with me if you'd like to do that. And I just want to say thank you for returning if you always come back. And if you're brand new, I hope you'll stay. Thank you for your thumbs up. It does grow this tribe. It's up to you to grow the tribe. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got go the distance. It almost feels like you're headed to a finish line. I'm going to say that you see the finish line in the distance here. Tell me more. And we've got breathe. I like that. Look, take a breath, Capricorn. Just settle down for a minute. Just sit down, settle down for a minute. I feel like you've done as much as you can do up to here. And going the distance, you can see the hindquarters of the cheetah are about to disappear, and it's like you are leaving somewhere, something, a cycle or a chapter of your life just in time as it implodes. It feels like you don't want to have anything to do with it anymore. It's time to disconnect, because you know what? It's disintegrating anyway. I feel like it was something that you needed at the time, but I don't feel like it's something that you need anymore. I feel like you're headed for the finish line. Breathe, just relax. Interesting. 7, yeah, this is 11-11. Oh my gosh. I just noticed that. We've got 9 and 2 is 11 and 7 and 4 is 11. So you might be seeing 11s. I'm just saying, if you're seeing that, I think that's your indication that something here is finally coming to its end, or you're finally letting go of it because there's nothing left, understand, right? With the hindquarters there, this cheetah is jumping out of that chapter just before the wormhole closes. That's what it feels like here. Bottom of the deck, we have the tribe. Look, I feel like it's time for you to find a new tribe, or your tribe is starting to change. That could be your work tribe. That could be your soul tribe. That could be your family. It feels like something is changing here within the tribe, and maybe you're making new acquaintances, like you're bringing people into the tribe, inviting people into your home possibly, that aren't a usual part of your tribe. Tell me more about Capricorn. After this, Capricorn, we'll throw some tarot as well. Tell me about Capricorn. All right, it's that one, I guess. We've got karma. All right. Look, I really do feel like that karma is what we're talking about here. And look, people always use karma as though it's a swear word, and it's not. Karma's good, karma's bad. Karma is simply the boomerang. That's all it is. It's simply whatever you put out there is about to come back. That's really all karma is, and that can be good or that could be bad. Either way, card 16. For me, I'm always looking for numbers, and I'm always interpreting them as the major arcana, and for me, 16 is the Tower. So I feel like it's a realization or a shift in your thinking that you can now slow down and take a breath. I feel like you're at the beginning of something. Usually 11-11 is the number that somebody will see when they're just first awakening. When they're first awakening, they'll see it everywhere, because now you've become aware that it's there, and so you literally start looking for it and finding it. And so I think that somebody here is becoming aware. We've got secrets here. We've got card 28, which is a 10. So literally something came to an end. That's what I said. 10s are the end of a chapter or the end of a cycle, and 10s break down to a 1. So whenever the ending is here, so is a new beginning. I feel like this karma is what is shifting everything. And I think that, I'm going to say that whatever you've put out there is about to come back, but it's coming back in a Tower. And that could be a good shift or that could be a hard shift, depending on what you've put out there. So if you've put out kindness, love, no matter what somebody said to you or did to you, then that is coming back to you. Let everybody else have their own karma. You just keep track of yours. Whatever you put out there is what is going to come back, my friend. Let's talk about tarot. Tell me about Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Go the distance. It feels like it was a long cycle, but I feel like I'm looking at the cheetah is in the desert. It's arid, it's hot, it's dry. It's like I'm done looking for water. I'm done being thirsty. I'm done having hardship just in order to save someone else's feelings. Tell me about Go the Distance. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. That's you, friend. Queen of Pentacles is your energy, and it is pre-Empress energy. I feel like you're leaving someone behind. Someone, something, a job. It could also be a poverty mindset or something that has to do with your finances. Could very well be that you are stepping into your pre-Empress energy, stepping into this abundance, or you're stepping into a cycle of better management of your time, effort, energy, or your health. It feels like you were giving something away. And it's almost like you can see, like I said, the hindquarters are disappearing here. It feels like you were giving too much of yourself away, possibly. Let's talk about breathe. The Hierophant is in the reverse. Interesting. And karma. What is that? Morning has come, another day. I must pack my bags and say goodbye. Oh, that is sung by Breathe. Hands to Heaven is the name of the song. That's an oldie. Maybe not so much if you're my age, but Hands to Heaven. So put your hands to heaven and pray that we'll be back together someday. I really do feel that with regret, you're leaving someone, something, or a cycle of your life behind. You know, it's taught you everything you need to know, and it's time for you to let it go. We do have the Three of Wands. Looking into the future. And I think that your future is full of promise. I feel like you're about to experience a big expansion. It's almost as if you finally let something go. Excuse me. You finally let something go, and so it's opening up a new future for you. It's opening up a brighter future. Look, the sun is in the distance here, right? So we've got a golden sky. I think it's like the promise of better times or easier times that are coming, because I feel like you're about to reap your karma. And so you're about to reap the rewards of what you've put out there. And I think what you've put out there is pretty good. I'm going to put down two cards here. This is what could be happening right now or possibly happening in the future. But these two cards is what's happening further to that. Let's talk about that for a second. We have the Six of Pentacles. You gave it all you could, okay? Stop questioning yourself, Capricorn. You gave the reciprocal energy. You gave more than they gave back. You did everything that you could. There was nothing else left for you to do here. And that's why the hindquarters here are disintegrating, because there's nothing left of that situation. There wasn't anything else you could do. And it's the moment of alchemy. It's time for everything to heal, to become in balance. Enough of this going back and forth as to whether this person was hot or cold. I think you were dealing with someone who was hot and cold with you. I think you've done all you can do. It feels like a friendship, or it could be a relationship. Excuse me. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. I think like you realize that you've got to be solid for yourself. I feel like you're focused on you. You're focused on your life, your money, your time, your effort, your energy. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Five of Pentacles. That's why you pulled away, friends. Somebody was not being truthful with you. I think someone showed you an ugly side of themselves, to be honest. I think that something was hiding under the surface, and once you figured out what that was, I think you decided that that wasn't for you anymore. I think that's why you left. And I want to say that I feel like this Piscean new moon that came up wasn't so much as a new beginning as it was an ending to something for you. It feels as though, I don't think that you wanted to leave, understand? But I do feel that you knew that you didn't like the way the relationship, the job, the situation, the person, you didn't like the way it made you feel. And so I think that you've got this finish line in the distance. You had to make a move. You had to make a bold move, and I don't think you asked for permission. I think you just did it. I do believe that there was someone here that you could no longer trust. You couldn't trust their movements because, look, you're a person who moves with integrity. You're a person who moves slowly, goes over the details, is a really good planner. You're the CEO, right, of the Zodiac. Like, I feel like you are, this is, standing up in integrity, and I feel like you stopped trusting someone here. And I don't think it's anything that they did outright. I think it's that you had to stop trusting them because you felt this situation falling into lack, which was the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you had to make a bold move, and I think your bold move was to leave the situation behind. So this Hierophant in the reverse tells me that you, I feel, are somebody who is non-traditional, that you decide to carry on in a non-traditional way. Maybe you are someone who goes against the grain by meditation. You go against the grain by just sitting with yourself, waiting for yourself to settle. I feel like the Hierophant in the reverse tells me this could be a commitment that you're no longer tied to, or you decided it was time to release them from the commitment. This could be a relationship we're talking about, but it could be a best friend thing as well, right? So I feel like, I'm listening to Breathe, the song sung by Breathe, Hands to Heaven, and I just hear the angst in his voice saying, morning has come, another day. I must pack my bags and say goodbye. It feels like you are leaving a commitment, someplace where you were very loyal. You've decided that your loyalty was being abused. It feels like maybe you figured that out in meditation. Got the Knight of Pentacles. Got the Four of Wands. And we've got the Fool. Look, friend, you hung out as long as you could. The Knight of Pentacles tells me that. You're loyal. You're a person who's really loyal. You were playing it by the book. You were doing whatever you needed to do to be the loyal friend, the loyal employee, the loyal lover. I feel like you were doing whatever you could do. But then there came a point where you had to reassess. Because it comes there, you can only do so much to the Queen of Pentacles. But when the Queen of Pentacles is done, Queen of Pentacles is done. When Earth signs are done, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they're done, they're done. And so I feel like you realized that you had to release your commitment or release your loyalty. And I think you, after much reassessment and moving slowly, this isn't something that you did quickly. This is something that you watched and learned and listened. You reassessed the situation. And I feel like you wanted it to work out. You wanted it to be stable. You wanted to be happy. But I feel like after much reassessment, it's time to stop committing to the thing that is not committing to you, whatever the thing is for you. We do have the Fool. And so the Fool tells me, take a breath and go. Take a breath and then take a leap, friend. It's time for you to enter the new chapter, because I think you're coming to the end of some sort of old chapter. Karma is coming to you, and I do feel that this is all shifting in terms of a tower. Whatever you had built up was something that had a lot of illusion. It feels like it was something that you saw the good in someone when there really wasn't good. You gave someone the benefit of the doubt when they really didn't deserve it. And that sounds very Capricorn-y to me. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. We've got the Eight of Swords. Got the Justice card in the reverse, yeah. This is it feels like a bit of a painful ending. As you walk away, as you cross the finish line and leave the old chapter and enter the new chapter with the Fool, it does feel like you're still attached to it, overthinking it. You feel like your hands are tied. You know your hands are tied. Capricorn, you know there's nothing more you can do here. Justice is in the reverse. It doesn't matter. There isn't anything you could have done or said or pleaded with them. There isn't anything you could have done that would have brought justice, because karma's here. And just as you get your karma, they get their karma too. And I'm not saying whether yours is bad or theirs is good or whatever it is, but we reap what we sow, quite literally. It is the boomerang that comes back. We've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This could have had something to do with stability or money. It could be that somebody owed you money. I feel like you're never going to see that money again, to be honest, but we are looking here at the at Libra in the reverse here, Justice in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's no more stability here. Like once you realize someone's holding secrets that they're not telling you, and they're supposed to be your best friend, or they're supposed to be the person that you trust the most, I feel like there's just no way that you're going to be able to trust this person again. The bonds are broken. And so I think that you're leaving somebody here to their karma, whoever that is. And I feel like you are releasing your loyalty. Like I said here, it's like a release of loyalty. And I think it took you a very long time. I feel like there is something to do with property or money or stability or something like that was promised that never happened. And I feel like you're never going to get your justice out of that. So I'm going to say if you lent them the money and they never paid you back, you're not getting it back. I don't think you are. Let's put 3 more cards down. But first, I'll tell you how to get to the extended, because this around the outside is what I'm going to talk about while we're in the extended. But I'm also going to clarify this further here so we can get more details for you. If you're interested in coming into the extended, then please look above the comments. There is one pinned comment under every video that I upload. And if you click on read more, you will see that there is a link to the membership area. If you're interested in seeing the extended, please go to the membership area. There's also reads I do just for the membership area there. You will get 4 extendeds for this one sign, but 4 for each sign that you watch. And if you are interested in a private read, please click the link to Hypsee. My readings that are pre-recorded begin at $25 and go up from there. And those readings, the $25 readings, I can get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. All other readings, please take a look at my prices and packages and see what suits you. And if you're interested in speaking to me live, that means typing to me in chat or speaking to me over the phone or speaking to me in video, please look over my schedule. And if you pre-book for a recording with me, then that will give you 5 to 75% off that if you're interested. All right, let's get down 3 more cards here. Tell me more about Capricorn. We've got the 6 of Cups. So this is not a surface connection. This is somebody that you've known probably for lifetimes, but definitely for a long time in this life. I feel like to this day, even after you leave the situation, maybe this hasn't happened yet, even after you decide to leave the situation behind, I feel like you don't ever stop thinking about them. Because I think you, in your mind, wished or hoped that you could do more. But there isn't anything else you could have done. 10 of Wands is in the reverse. You know, staying here in this energy of, I wish I could have done more is being a martyr. Like, don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't carry this around. I feel like when the 10 of Wands is in the reverse, it's like it's something I can't put down. It's something I can't let go. You're holding on to it, even though when the 10 Wands come here, telling you it's the end of the cycle, you won't let it go. You refuse to let it go. And we have the 2 of Swords. It's your decision. Yeah. It's your decision to let it go. So I'm going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this. We will clarify everything here. And bottom of the deck, there we go. We got the Star, which means there is some healing coming for you. And I feel that you're still hopeful looking back there. We'll talk more about that. Capricorn, if you'd like to come into the extended, I would love to see you there. But if not, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Happy equinox. I was telling everybody happy solstice, and I don't know why I kept saying happy solstice. It's happy equinox. So welcome to spring. Happy Aries season. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.